Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. I am Jernine Russell, back with another episode of Purpose Personified. I am really glad to be back. I am always I don't know, there's something about being in this space, being in this studio that gives me so much life. If I could do this every day, actually, when I do this every day, I'm going to be just really happy about it. But until then, that means you need to like, share and subscribe so that I can do this every day. That would be great. So I am back with a new guest. Oh my goodness. I will let him introduce himself, but can I just say, young people give me life. There is something about, I've been working with young people since I was young myself. That's how long I've been doing it for. And I think the reason that I love working with young people is just their zest for life. Their, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't take no for an answer. They are the most resilient. If I was saying these words and describing my own children, I would probably use different words. It could be quite stubborn, persevering. There are good things, but yeah, quite headstrong. They know their minds. And yeah, they just keep going. And that's what I love about them. They keep me young and they always inspire me to do better. And all of those things, apart from the stubbornness and all the bad things I said, are true of this young man. I've known him for some time. I have the honour of calling his mother my friend. She's also been on this podcast a long time ago. So we'll have to definitely tag her one in there as well. But I went to a book launch was it last month or the month before? 2 months ago. Yeah. And as soon as Karen sent it to me, I was like, I am definitely going to be there. But on the day, I didn't feel, how can I explain? I just felt rough in myself. So I came I remember with my hat on and everything. And oh my goodness, I'm telling you, the way I was feeling by the end of the evening, I didn't feel like that anymore. I just felt so uplifted. It just, gave me so much energy and edified me on so many levels, especially in terms of the level of creativity. See how inspired I am? Can't even shush about it. But yes, so from that experience, I had a conversation and said, right, I want us to be doing this podcast. And he's here.
Hi.
Introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Okay. So I'm looking here, innit?
Yes,
My name's Anton-Jerrell Allen. I go by King the Linguist. I do poetry. Currently, I'm a third-year business student at Queen Mary. And I also run an event space called Zenith Collective, with me and my other two brothers, where we showcase poets, musicians, and all forms of artists. So in a summary, that's me.
I love that.
In a summary.
You know what? I need to get good at just saying all of the things that I do, just like that. It's just there. I have yet to come and experience
Zenith.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? Like I said this, it's on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's the same evening that my daughter works.
Oh,
so
okay.
That is who I would definitely want to bring and come with. And that's the obstacle at the moment. Yeah. But yes, I will get there.
There'll be a time.
I will get
There'll
there.
Be a time.
Definitely. So I have been doing this for 4 years.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
2021. I know you'll understand when I tell this story, right? 2021, washing up in my kitchen on a Sunday, looking at the birds and whatever, minding my own business.
I feel it. I know where this is going. Yeah.
Weren't troubling nobody.
I know where this is going.
You know where this is going. And I got a little I just heard this.
Yeah. A little tap.
Yeah, it was, I call it a tap on the shoulder, but obviously it wasn't a physical tap. But I got this little tap and our dad said, oh, I really want you to talk to people about purpose. So, I was like, okay, tell me a little bit more about that. Okay, that could be anything.
Yeah.
I want you to speak to people who are walking in their purpose. Okay, well, how am I going to do that? I don't have anything. I don't have a camera. I don't know. I am not technical when it comes to those kind of things. I actually do have a camera but I don't have the setup or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was like, use what you have. Okay, Dad. That still doesn't mean anything. So then at the time it was like lockdown. So he was like, Instagram Live, you got a phone? Instagram Live.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So all of this got this was actually an assignment and instruction that he gave me all at the same time. It wasn't like, so I was like, not really like normal. That's how he normally, I'm not a person who he shows the mountaintop.
Yeah.
He shows me every little tiny step to get up the really big mountain.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So, well, the way that I am, I kind of talk myself out of things because I'm like, well, how's that going to work? That doesn't make sense. And then I thought, oh, all right.
Yeah, just give in.
I'll give in. Yeah. So with me, the best thing to do is to set the date.
Okay.
So I think I just put something up saying Instagram Live happening this date. So that date was the 15th of March, 2021.
Okay.
Instagram Live, me holding my phone through the whole of the Instagram Live, talking about my heart. It was hurting. Nobody knew.
Yeah.
So I used to do it Monday, 9:00. And I think my daughter came down like towards the end and she's like, Mummy, why don't you just get a ring light? And I looked at her like, what is a ring light? And then she showed me it.
Yeah.
So for the next week, I ordered the ring light and then I had something to hold on to the thing. So, it developed and whatever.
Progression.
Yeah. So I did it for, I think, 2 years on Instagram Live. I would upload it onto YouTube.
Okay.
And one of my guests is a good friend who has got a video, what do I call it? He's a videographer, makes films, all of that kind of thing. And he was like, sis, honestly, I just want to, the vision is to have it in a studio. I really want you to work towards that. So I was thinking, okay, that sounds expensive. For now, I'm going to just stay in my front room and do this thing. Yeah. And then that's how it stayed. And then another friend who's another videographer was like, oh, we're going to open a podcast studios. I was like, okay, where's it going to be? Tottenham. Okay. Sounds good. That's close by. Still sounds expensive. So I booked to come and see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you notice in the downstairs, but when you look up on all of the different numbers of everything, it says Purpose Studios.
Yeah, I did. On one of the things I did notice that,
And my thing is about purpose. So then I was okay, right.
Alignment.
So the rest is history. Yeah. Been here since, I think it's 2023, January 2023.
Okay.
So very, very comfortable here. Amazing team who make everything look good and seamless, and I don't really have to do anything but come here and chat, which is what I'm really good at anyway. So that is the very long version of how I got here.
Well done.
Thank you.
God. It was very good.
So it's about God being glorified. Purpose has been a struggle for me. So I'm always trying to be what I needed when I was younger.
Okay.
And I do that in lots of different ways. But for me, I just wanted to speak about purpose, help people to understand purpose, and just educate, edify, teach, whatever it is in this space. And I also think people can hear things in a different way when you listen to a podcast or when you watch it, because I love that you can watch it as well as listen to it. So this is where we're at. This is where you come in.
Yeah.
Because, tell us how old you are again.
20.
20, I did have that. It was your birthday. Yes.
It was my birthday,
we were celebrating your birthday. Yes. And it's amazing because there's some big 60-something-year-old people who still haven't found their purpose.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, wow, watching you was like, this young man really knows his purpose already.
Yeah.
So we're going to just grill you. No, joking.
No,
we're going to just ask a few questions. But what does purpose mean to you?
Well, honestly, my journey with purpose as a whole has been one that's I would say for my family specifically, unconventional, because my family are very much like go-getters.
Yes.
My mom's always instilled in us dreams and know what's going to go on with life and all of this. But for me, I would say I was probably the last person in my family to, I'll say, have a dream. So for a long time, I was more of a let life be what it is. Like, I'm a go with the flow type of person. Like, let whatever is going to happen. And then as time progressed, there was like a period in my life where things was mentally, I was not very good. Life was just not, it was during lockdown. So from like 2020 to like 2023, my mental state, just with everything, with school, with being in my house, all of that just wasn't very nice for me. And it was just like, it got a lot. So I kind of like, you could say I gave up on any form of purpose. I was like, what's the point in having a hope if a hope is just going to get crushed? What's the point in wanting more when nothing's going to come to it? It's like, so I just was like, I just want to be a bum. That became, I was like, listen, when I would talk to people, I said, listen, what do I want to do? I want to be a bum. Like,
I love your honesty,
yeah, I
you
want to be
know.
a bum. I want to make enough money or have enough money to do nothing and just chill in my mom's house until eventually God calls me home. That was it.
Can I say there's some big men whose dream is probably the same,
I know.
but they're not going to tell you, and they probably wasted a lot of women's time giving them a hope and a
saying
dream.
I want to do this, but they don't want to do this. Yes, sir. That was not me. I was literally like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. And then around 2023, I started, end of 2023, well, no, let me backtrack a tiny bit. 2022, I went on this very big weight loss journey. And throughout my weight loss journey, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about God and life. And I guess you could say I regained, I wouldn't say a form of hope in the thing of like, oh, something can change, if that makes sense. Because if my physical body can change, that means other parts like my mental or my emotional, whatever it is, can change as well. So around the end of 2023, is when I would say that, I'll say I found my coming home. Like, I came back to God. It's not that I was always far from him, but there was a time in 2020 where I was just very angry at God. Because during 2020, my mum moved to my granddad's house because of COVID, so they needed to be taken care of, my grandma and my granddad. So she had to stay there a lot. So I was at the house, and we had taken in two of our friends from school who had a bad family situation. So it just felt like a lot, and I felt very alone. And I just felt like, how could a God that's meant to be loving leave me alone? So I just felt very trapped inside of my room, just always there. People be like, you're always in your room. I'm like, I feel like I have nowhere else to go. Like, this is the only place where I feel like I can get any form of solace. And I was like, why would God allow that to happen? So around like 2020 to maybe like the end of 2020, I kind of was just like, God, I can't believe in you no more. I can't believe in you if this is the case of it. But then I couldn't even tell you when it happened, but like, yeah, from then I stopped praying till like the end of 2020. And it was like a thing of, I think one day I just started praying again, because it was like, when I'll go to sleep, I'll play worship music to help me sleep. But then I stopped doing that. And then just one day I just did it again. Like, it wasn't even like a conscious thought.
And I was going to ask you, did you notice a difference between when you were praying and...
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a thing of, like, I felt alone before, but there's a feeling of being alone and knowing you have someone that's there, even if you feel alone. It was like I'm really like by myself now. Like, going to sleep and doing these things, like, I felt like I had no one to talk to but myself. So in a sense, I became just like a god to myself, and I don't have the capabilities for that. I don't have the capabilities for that. So it was literally that. And then, yeah, I just started listening to gospel music as I would sleep again. And then that kind of carried on. And then me and God didn't have a strong relationship, but it was like, obviously growing up, my mom was a minister. I've always been in church, so I can't get away from God.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. Like,
you can run, but you can't hide.
Like, you cannot get away from God. It says in Psalm 139, David is like, if I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the grave, you are there. It's like, there's nowhere you can go where God is not there. So it was literally, that was the fulfillment of my life, where at the end of 2023, I just felt I need to come back. Like, I need to find a sense of actual meaning for this entire thing that I'm doing in my life. And it's when I've just started university, I was like, because going to university, there's the whole university culture and everything, but that's just not me. Like, there's even been times where I'm going to speak honestly, I've tried to be me, it's just not me. Yeah. That's just not me. Like,
but you stay at home and like commute.
I travel, yeah.
So I did the same, and I always feel like, I think it's one of my biggest regrets.
Okay.
I always say this to young people like who are thinking of going to uni, because it's like going to college.
Yeah.
It's like going to school.
Yeah.
Because nothing really changes apart from the institution that you're attending.
You're going to.
But there's something about the journey of uni when you physically go to a different place. Yeah. And there, I just think there's a process, and there's something that happens to you and through you and in you when you're on your own.
100%.
Physically somewhere else where you can't come home when you want to. They haven't got the comforts. There's so many things, So I understand it. Yeah. And I've got almost 18-year-old daughter who's doing UCAS at the moment. Okay. That's not where she doesn't want to go to uni. Yeah. She wants to do a degree apprenticeship. Okay. There's a big battle in the house at the moment. Not because I'm against the degree apprenticeship, but I kind of want her to go away.
Okay. To get the independence. Okay.
She needs the independence.
Okay.
And I think it will teach her a level of appreciation for what she has. Okay. Because I don't think she realises what she has. Yeah. At home.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a comfort in it.
There's too much comfort.
Too much comfort.
So I understand it, and I think, like you, I didn't think uni was me. Like, I'm not a go out and get drunk and I don't know how to explain it. I find my people wherever I go, if that makes sense. Yeah. But in uni, I didn't have like a tribe, if that made sense. I probably had one friend at uni.
Okay.
But then I think, is that because I wasn't forced to make friends because I still had my friends back home? Or is it,
it depends. Yeah. Friendship for me has been also another battle. Like, I didn't have friends in college. I didn't really have friends even in secondary school. I didn't find what I would say friends until now, second year of uni, which was last year.
Really?
Where it's like, which is like, I could say, okay, now I have friends. And that's been something in my house that my family would be onto me for. Because when I first started like making friends with these people, I'd be like to them, I'm going out with my friends. They'd be like, you ain't got no friends.
Oh my
I'm like, guys, I've got some friends.
Why do you think that is? Is it because of being like you seem like you're quite comfortable with yourself?
Yeah, that's now.
Okay,
that's been that's been a very, 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 very long process that God has grown me and stretched me into the person I am today. Because even if you would have spoken to me, you wouldn't have spoken to me 2 years ago.
Your mum does tell me.
Yeah, you wouldn't have spoken to me 2 years ago. And it's not that you wouldn't have spoken to me, it's that I wouldn't have been approachable. Okay. I was very much so, before fully coming to Christ, I didn't like people. Like, I didn't like them.
Okay.
Now I really love people. Like, all people, I love them. But I just didn't. Like, people were like, being around people, talking to people. Oh, sorry about this.
That's all right.
Alex. Being around people, talking to people, one of the worst things for me in life.
Is it because you didn't have the social skills to be able to do it, or the confidence to do it? Or was it something else? Okay.
Both. Honestly, when it comes to, because I've thought about this a lot, and what it was is that I hated, I'm going to say hated because this is the word that I would use. I hated people because I hated how they made me feel. And what they made me feel was anxiety. And I hate the feeling of anxiety. Okay. So that was whatever the word is, but that was the connection. And it was that when I would be around people, I would, even if I'm myself, I'm a more reserved version of myself because I don't feel the confidence within myself to be myself. Okay. So I don't feel like I can speak the words that I want to speak. I don't feel like I can do the things I want to do simply because of insecurities within myself that has been, that I guess bred up from just certain things in my life. Like, I speak very monotone and very quietly, and I know that about myself. But
I don't think so.
No, trust me. When I have normal conversations with people, people are always saying, "What'd you say?" And it's like back then, back then it was that was something I was really insecure about, because it was like, if I speak and you don't hear me, I'll just be
I'm
like,
not
it's
going to
fine.
say it again. Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
I don't need to say it, because it already took me a very long time to speak. But yeah, so it was very hard for me to get to a point where I can have the confidence and be sociable the way that I am now, because of mental battles that I was facing, of not believing myself, not knowing who I am, not knowing what place I would fit in people's lives. What it was during the time where things was not very the best for me in life, I always was like, I just don't want to be an inconvenience. Like, I always felt like an inconvenience to people. I always felt like I'm the black sheep, even in my family. I'm always not in like the type of black sheep where it's like, oh, you're the great. No, like I was just the odd one out. Like I was not meant to be there. I always felt like I was misplaced in some way. So going into these new spaces, especially going into like college and university, because I came from such a small school, because I went to like a private school where there was a little amount of kids. So going to this big school, I felt very like, what's going on here? Like there's a lot of things that I got to navigate, and I just felt very anxious and very nervous, but I would reject the thought of anxiety. But all that did is leave me in this state where I'm facing a problem, but I refuse to accept the problem. So I just consistently living in the problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've got friends at uni now?
Yeah. So now I got friends at uni. I got a good amount of friends at uni now. And do you know what it is? It's crazy, you know.
You got friends out of uni too.
I got friends out of uni too. That's what I was going to say.
Your friends are so... Yeah. They are like...
My creative friends...
So, that's what I love. They are so cool.
My friends, Kems, the poet.
Oh, she's amazing.
Toby, Rennie. And then all these different people that I've met throughout this creative journey that God has taken me on. It's just the greatest thing. And my friends now are just just people who I can come to for support, and people that help me grow, especially my creative friends who are like on my album, like Kems, Toby, and my brother Mario, as they have been there helping me, just growing me. I'm seeing what they do, the things they create. I'm like, I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. And it just makes me want to be better, and it helps me to just speak more. But even I'm going to take a quick divert a little bit. Even the way I'm able to speak now, to be friends, is something that God brewed in me through coming to church.
Okay.
So like if you know my mom has a certain view on church, like the system of church. My mom's a very devout woman of God.
This institution
of church, yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah.
I understand it. I love God.
Yeah, but I don't really like institution.
I don't like any institution personally, but you know.
That's how it is for my mom. She's not... Yeah, anyways.
The system.
Yeah, she doesn't love the system of church. She doesn't love the system of church. So she's always taught me and my brothers and my siblings question everything in a church, which is a great thing, I think. Every Christian should. I think there's nothing in Christianity that you should not feel like you can question.
I agree.
Everything you should question. So as I'm coming to church now, after like really giving my life to God, in the beginning of 2024, around like March times, I'm trying to find a church. Now I go to Arc 2.0.
Okay, is that Forest Gate one?
Yeah, no, that's the one. It's near Forest Gate, near Upton Park.
Okay, that's like the young one.
Yeah. Yeah, go to that one.
Yeah.
So coming to there and really coming into the church, I was like, let me really test this out. Is this really going to be something that I can do? Because obviously I very much believe you don't need church or any of that. So I'm like, what am I even here for? But as I'm testing it out, as I'm going more consistently, it's like one thing you'll know about church, especially a church that God wants you in, he will have the pastor preaching like, you told the pastor what's going on in your life. So as I'm going to church, God is talking to me. The pastors, they start a series on community. I'm like, because I had a deep, like, almost theology, and almost like firm foundation that I can be in this faith, only me and God. I don't need no one. I don't need no one.
Yeah, I hear you. You're talking and I'm like, oh, I kind of feel like I've been on the same journey, just 20-something years more older than you, but same.
Yeah.
Like, I love God. We've got our own relationship. So why do I need these people? Because these are the people who end up hurting people anyway.
That's the thing.
And people, I love people, but I don't like them at the same time.
I hear it.
And what I'm learning is you have to understand everybody's got a story.
Yeah.
Everybody is the way that they are because of
For a
something,
reason.
usually trauma related.
From childhood. That's what you learn.
And some people have healed and some people haven't.
Yeah.
So whoever you encounter is usually how you're going to
go through life, navigate life.
Yeah, but I feel like there's some people in church, because they've been hurt, I'm like, well, what are you listening to?
Yeah.
Because this is what God is teaching us. He's teaching us about healing. He's teaching us how to forgive. He's teaching us all of these things that are really difficult. And we're supposed to become
like
change and different and like him. But you're still the same.
Yeah.
And you've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
So what's your excuse? Like,
there's no excuse.
Then I'm like, this,
you don't even want to,
do you know what I mean?
I hear it. No, trust me, it makes sense.
I understand
and that's what it was. It was coming to a church like, okay, you lot are saying things. I'm not saying you're even doing one thing, but I'm perceiving another thing.
I hear you.
And I'm trying to get in here. But as I went more and more, really and truly, because God told me I got to keep going. He's helped me to grow within my church. And now it's like, I found a community. I'm like, okay, now these are my people. That's my home church. Like, I feel comfortability from going Bible studies, and I'm able to have these people who I can rely on, not necessarily for like the biggest things, but what I'm able to have iron sharpened by going there.
I love that.
The way let me go back to my point. The way I was talking about friendship and community, one big thing was, as I went to my church, God started to talk to me about talking to people, literally just having conversations, getting to know people, which obviously that's a big thing in church culture. But for me, it was nerve-wracking. It was very scary. But as he did it, it helped me to grow. And then I was able to take that into other things like Zenith and then my university. And through that, he just fostered in me this ability to now talk and be confident in myself and explain myself and a deep interest in other people.
And it's ironic that your gift is words.
Isn't it? No. Oh my gosh. It's ironic.
I find like, that is so crazy.
It is very ironic. And it's like, it's mad because all my siblings, I always deem myself the untalented one. Because all my siblings are very talented.
My goodness.
No, but all my siblings are very talented.
Yeah, but comparison is the thief of joy.
It is 100,000%.
But comparison can be, I'm reading this book at the moment, and comparison can also be a teacher. It can be an inspiration. You can look at someone, compare yourself, and you think, not necessarily you want to be like them,
but it's like, I can do what you did.
But there's something that gives you a little thing that's like, oh, I can, oh, okay.
100%. In that aspect, it's good.
Definitely.
But it was that, like, my brother can sing. My older brother, he can sing, he can write, he can do all of these things. And then my younger brother, Alex, he can do anything, like, genuinely.
Oh, really?
And then Ashton, he can do anything. Annabelle, she can do anything. It's like, all my siblings, creatively speaking, they can do whatever they want to do. Like, they do it and bang.
But I think you're the same.
No.
But it's just that you found one of them.
Yeah, that's it. Now I can say, now I'm much more, I'm a creative person. Now I can do these things. But at that point, it was this literally thing of when people are like, you come to God and he shows you through you getting to know him. That's what it was. It was like, one day I'm writing poetry. How did this even happen? Because when did I start even caring about poetry? But it was mad. So yeah.
That is, oh my gosh, that is a whole journey.
Yeah.
A deep journey. And it sounds like, I feel like, would I say most people have been on this journey? But yeah, I can relate to so many of them. And I think it's in your real dark times that God really, really speaks to you. Really, I don't think I would, if I didn't have the bad times, I don't think I would
appreciate the good.
Not that I wouldn't appreciate them, but I don't think I would have got to this.
It's true. That's very true. He has to refine you.
That's exactly what it does. You have to go through that fire to come out like gold. Yeah, definitely.
Even though sometimes I'm like, it's hot, man.
I know, and I normally like heat, but
it's very hot.
It's hard. Yeah. The refinement is, I find that so, I feel like and it's not a one-time thing. Never. That's the thing that I find really difficult.
Yeah.
I find that really difficult. There's always this evolution and growth and transition and transformation. It's like he kind of lets you and you think, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now you got to
Now
go
you're
through this
back
again.
in.
Right. So
Yeah, it actually is.
in all of that, what is your purpose?
My purpose now, in a sentence, I really thought about this, especially beginning of this year. And I think through many conversations I had with God, I think what I'll say me and him have come down to is that my purpose is to make people know that everybody has been given a gift, whether creatively, whether what they deem to not be creative but is creative, such as working even in the workforce, you're doing a 9 to 5. You can that is a gift. God has given you a grace to do those type of things, because some people don't have that type of grace. That everybody has been given a gift and they must use it to help the growth in the world and help ultimately for the fulfillment of His purpose for their lives.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Very deep. I'm just kind of processing it. And you know what? It made me think of, so I always say this, I need to start bringing my Bible because I think of things and I'm so bad at recalling where it is.
Yeah.
I know what I want to say, but I just, you know how you Psalm,
Yeah.
That is like just not my
Little
bag.
thing. Yeah, I hear it.
I don't know if it's what it is, but my memory is just not great.
Yeah, it's hard.
I actually created these little cards with scriptures on them.
Okay.
So that could help.
Yeah.
But it's I need to have them with me. Yeah. So, but it made me think of the story, the parable of the talents.
Yeah.
Because you were saying, but this brother's got these talents and this brother's got this. And I just think, doesn't matter how many you got.
Yeah.
Because some people have lots of talents and they don't use any of them.
Yeah.
So as long as you're using your one and you're not burying it and you're using it to multiply. And when I think about multiplication, it doesn't have to be, like I say, like, share and subscribe. I really find that so corny. But some days, I'm being really honest, some days I think, God, you've got me here doing this, talking about something that is, I think, really necessary and important and meaningful. And there's people who have got millions of subscribers for doing absolutely,
words we can't say.
Do you understand what I mean? And I'm like, well, okay, I've been obedient, I've listened, I've done all of these things, and I'm doing this because you asked me.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go evolve it as well, not for it to stay looking the same, not to just stay in my house and do it, but to, and then it's like, whoa, but in that it's multiplied. My gift is multiplied in that it only takes one person to hear what we need to be said.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether we've got 5 gifts or whether I've got 5 people watching this or 1.
Yeah.
The people who need to hear will hear.
They will.
And I think when I read your book after hearing the poems, and I was just like, words of affirmation are my love language.
Yeah, mine too.
So sometimes when you were speaking, I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, it is just, I just find words the most beautiful thing in the world.
They're amazing.
They are like, you talk about the other love languages, whatever. It's my birthday's coming up, and you just think, I just love like a card with some real nice words. You don't have to buy me nothing.
Yeah.
Or, I love reading as well. And when someone writes in the book that they buy, oh my gosh, that just really does.
The intentionality of it.
It is so beautiful. We've got this book, Love Languages, but my husband's cousin bought the book for us, and him and his wife, they wrote in the book. And I remember at the wedding day that when we were going around the tables or whatever, they stopped us and said, look, please promise us that you're going to read this book. And we both did. And my husband's cousin has passed away.
Okay.
And there's something that this comfort,
of
knowing, one, that I listened and that book has been extremely helpful for our marriage. But 2, I can go and I just feel like there's a closeness to him because his writing is still in this book, even when he's not here anymore. So your book is like this legacy.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Even after you're not here on this earth, they will still speak life. They will still just be so beautiful for somebody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's amazing. Now that's part of the reason I write, because I think words are they're timeless.
They are.
Their words are timeless. Words, my mum's always told me, words have seeds, and I
They
believe
sure do.
and I believe that transcends into good and bad. Like
Yes.
you sow a positive seed anywhere, and it's like it can last forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the beauty of it, and that's why I try to be intentional, especially in my poems, the things that I write and the things that I say, and that God allows me to. Because like this gift is solely through God. So I think the fullness of it and using it is just something that I try to do to exalt Him in any way I can.
That's beautiful. But
Yeah.
there's people that have the same gift of writing who use it for
Not good things.
all sorts of things. So, you know,
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful that you're using it for that. And I say that woman, that wife of yours,
Oh, I can't wait.
is going to be very, very blessed. I hope she'll appreciate your words, because sometimes we don't always meet someone who has the same appreciation for things.
It's true.
You're out here buying Chanel bags and she's just like, well, actually, I just want you to rub my feet.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
it's true.
So yeah, let's hope that they will be. I'm sure. How did you know what your purpose was? You started to touch on it in the beginning.
Yeah. I think understanding my purpose came from the let me think about the word that I will use. Came from the call that He gave me to start Zenith.
Okay.
So through Zenith, which is my business, through the connection of getting people together to come and take part in art, to come and see other people's gifts, to come and even people coming to perform and use their gifts, I think seeing that more and developing on that more and being around all these creatives that are doing these amazing things and getting the feedback of the way that just people even just attending who have never even been into poetry, never been into music like that, never been into no form of art, they come and they just inspired to start creating something, to start doing something. It was like, after seeing that so consistently, God was like, this is it. This is why I'm here. You're here to show people that God, you have placed things inside of them and they need to use it. They need to not be dormant, because you wouldn't understand the amount of conversations I have now with people I've never spoken to before. And I'm like, oh, so what do you do? And then outside of that, what do you do? And I always find out one thing like they paint or they draw or they write poems or they write music, but they never do nothing with it because of whatever's gone in their life.
Look at my goose pimples. I don't know.
Yeah.
When that happens, that's usually Dad saying, there's confirmation there.
Yeah.
I know why.
Yeah. It's Holy Spirit, because I'm telling you, so many times I'm having these conversations and I'm like, it's actually only happened since I started Zenith. I'm like, almost every new person I meet, they write something, they draw something, they love writing reports, so they love drawing, painting, spoken word, poetry, music. They love to create, but they don't say it. They never do nothing with it. They keep it in their back burner. They have a fat notes app and nothing to come with it. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I know God has put me here to be like, no, use it. I believe God has gifted me, in some senses, the gift of encouragement, and that through literally just telling people, no, you can do it. Because a lot of people in their lives, they've only been told no. Even if it's not in words, they've only been shown no. Yes. They've made something, they've come to their parents like, oh, look what I made. And their parents said, oh, not right now. I got to do this. Not right now. I got to do. It's like, so I'm not going to show you no more if you're never going to see it. And I think if I can do one thing in this life, it would be to show people, there's a reason why you have that. There's a reason why you're here. If God has given you breath, no matter how bad your life is, if God has given you breath, there's purpose for your life. If God has given you breath, there's another chance, there's another opportunity. It's not over. It can't be over. If you're alive, there's chance. If you're alive, there's opportunity. And I think that's how I was able to understand my purpose.
Wow. All I can say, there's so much I want to say. One, all of the things that you spoke about that you were struggling with and that you were finding it difficult, and all of the things that you were in your room in that moment are all of the things that are manifesting right now. You've created your own community.
I was thinking about that the other day.
That's what I'm like, what?
I was actually thinking about that. I was like,
I haven't got a community, but you created your own.
Yeah.
You have been able to create a space. You've created your own thing. And the thing is, I see it on so many levels. You have a tangible example in your book remind us what the book is called.
Pen practice.
Right. I'm going to put the details of the book in the, whatever that thing's called. Sorry.
No, you're good.
And you will be able to purchase the book through there. So you have given people a tangible example that is possible, right? I was saying to somebody else that there's grown people who had a dream to write a book who still haven't done it, and you're only 20 and you've done it. So that is inspiring for the people who are older that are watching that still have that something in them that they want to do. Yeah. But also for the young people around you to say like, well, this is achievable, it's doable.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So all of the things, you're creating a community, you've created a book with your words, you perform in front of people.
Yeah. Listen,
and Anton, not ordinary performance.
Yeah. What do you mean?
There's a level of vulnerability and there was, I can't remember what poem it was, but they're just like the emotions that it evoked in me. I'm a deep thinker. My heart is really big, and also things resonate because especially when people are talking about a place that they've been in, and you feel like you're never going to get out of that place, and then God shows you all of these things, and like if you'd showed me that mountaintop back then, that might have spurred me on a little bit more, but. I guess I took the steps and I still got to where I need to. But
faith. He wants you just to
faith
believe.
is like, the scripture at the moment is walk by faith and not by sight. Yeah. And it's like, I know what that means. Yeah. But this season.
Yeah. You're really having to do it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's really like, do you know what it means? Do you?
Yeah, I'm really faith, man. It is. But I don't know where I would be without it. Yeah. I'm not sure. When you said, oh, yeah, and I get it. You know, I've had disappointment. I felt angry with God. Yeah. But I feel like I'm a bit of in that kind of childlikeness in my relationship with God. I'm scared to be angry with him too much.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's like, but that's the difference. You're still, at that time, you were still a child.
Yeah, but even now.
I can't, because I feel like if I get angry, like what is he's gonna tell me off, or like I still got that child,
that father, that like your Lord.
There's still, and I don't know if it's because we're different generations. Because you lot, the way you lot. No, I'm not saying that you are, but I just think the level of how some of the ways that my children speak to me. Let me just tell you something. My mum. But there is no way. I would not be, I'd have no teeth in my mouth. There would have been something. Yeah. So there's still that level of like, okay, no, all right, this is still my dad and I'm going to, you know.
Definitely.
I kind of like rein it in a little bit with the anger.
But I would say one thing for me, why I've even in back then when I didn't have the best relationship with God, why I was even able to say that is because my mum has always made God such a real person to me and my siblings. Like she's always said like, if you want to just talk to God, just talk to him. She's not, in a sense, a lot of people can over spiritualize prayer. Like you got to be doing the habashah, like you're all right.
No, I still ain't there yet.
Sometimes just have a conversation. No, that's it. And I think that's the best thing that he's really perpetuated, that God is like this person who you can be happy with, but you can also be angry at. You can also tell him, God, I don't like you right now. Yeah. You're not moving in the way that I expected you to. You're not doing the things I wanted you to. And it's okay because he is God. Like he can take it. No, it's true.
I just feel like it's still that, I don't know, there's still that kind of, and I think it's a generational thing for me in that I chat to him like I chat to you. I bust joke. I am cheeky and like, we've got like it's like, I would rather talk to him than anybody else.
Feel it, trust me.
Because even like I was talking to my friend and I was talking about all different things today. And then I was like, I should have just talked to my dad.
Hear it.
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
because
he would have given counselor. He would have given me everything I needed.
Yeah. And I just was like, I just felt like, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm blessed in that I do have friends that create that. But yeah, I do feel like I would rather have a conversation with God than anybody else. I'm not. I used to be a person that want to chat on the phone and I'm all right, man. I have to really
I hear it.
be in that mood. But yeah, I think it's so amazing to see or to hear, because I don't remember how you were in 2020. But
most people don't, you know, which I think is crazy.
I've only heard it from your mum's viewpoint.
Yeah. But most people, literally, because I was very big, like physically.
And the thing, I've seen pictures of you, because you look like a completely different person, like in so many ways. Like, do you even look at the pictures and think, I look unrecognizable?
This morning I looked at the pictures and I was like, mad. I was like, what? I was like, because even myself, I find it hard to remember that. Like I was in that state, I was in that position. Like, I remember that I was, but I don't remember waking up on a day-to-day, like, content with myself. Where it's like, I know that I wasn't. I know that I was not content with myself. I know that I wasn't happy, but I was just, one thing I would say, it's so bad that I even think about it now. And I would say this to everyone and anyone who asked me. And I'll say this to myself almost ritualistically. I'll be like, I'm just living to die.
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking about I don't think a day would go by where I'll be like, I'm living to die. People ask me, how are you? I was like, I'm living to die.
Really?
Yeah. Waiting for, I literally just waiting to the point where God would just be like, all right, I'm done with you now. It was mad.
What changed? What made you go on there? Because you said you had that weight loss. What?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we could go all tangents talking about weight loss and all the help that there is to get, you know. But what was it? What was the pivotal moment for you that made you say, nah, I need to start this?
Do you know what it was? I remember I was in my room one day and I just thought, I'm really big.
Sorry.
That's real. No, it's real.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's real. Like, I'm really big. And I bought a scale. Literally, I bought a scale. It came 2 days later. And I put the scale on my floor. I stepped on the scale. It said, it's cool. I keep hitting this bad. I can remember it literally like it was yesterday. Looking at my floor, looking at the number, it was 137.8. 137 kg.8. Genuinely, I looked at that number. I said no. I will not get to 140. I said I will not get to 140. Then from literally the next day, I started intermittent fasting. So I wouldn't eat from 8 to 12. And then through that, I just built habits. Literally just smallly did small things that changed over time. It was not no quick. I'm not one of them people. If I change too fast, I'm going to go back.
I think it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people, these diets and all this quick. But nobody wants to wait.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And nobody wants to do the work, which is the problem.
Yeah.
And in order to sustain it, I feel like you've got to change your habits. You've got to change your routines, because that's probably what got you
definitely
to that point in the first place.
My entire, the way everything was viewed had to change. Even now, after the whole weight loss journey, I've had to understand that it's a real thing that happened, in the sense of, like, I've had to develop a person to even get to the point of losing the weight. So I had to operate with food in a certain way and build a certain relationship to food. And now, at the state I'm in now, I'm having to rebuild a relationship with food in now a healthy manner. To not look at food as like, oh, you're the enemy. You're going to get me fat again. No, I got to like, no, you're here to help me, to nourish me, and to build a healthy relationship where it's not like, I'm just trying to get away from you. Like, no, we can do this thing together in a way.
But do you think that it was a form of, like, almost like self-harm?
Yeah, 100,000%. Because especially at that point in my mental state, it was like, there'll be times where it's like, nah, I just can't do it. And there'll be times where I would feel really big and I just wouldn't eat, because it's like, I'm not even taking such risks. Because I'm like, I know my mental state's not better, but I feel like I couldn't do nothing about my mind. But I'm like, physically, there's some things that I can do. So if I can not eat for a certain amount of time in a day, if I can ride my bike twice a week, if I can do something to know that, okay, there's something happening. Because I'm a very much so type of person where it's like, if I have a goal, I would rather have tiny steps but I can see the changes.
But that is why it works.
Yeah, it is. That's literally it. It's
I'm telling you, and you know
small.
something, and we're the same. I think God shows us things the same, and that's why he does it with us like that, because he knows if he shows us this big goal, we'll be like,
much. What are you doing?
What? Oh no,
Too
oh
much.
no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the same.
Yeah.
I always say this, my husband, I think your mum is like that. She's a visionary.
Yeah.
God shows her some big thing.
Mm-hmm.
My husband is the same, shows him a big thing, and then he will take the steps to get to there. And I'll be like, I probably, and the thing is, I understand it a little bit more, but then I get frustrated. Yeah. Because I'm like, Dad, I'm walking. Yeah. I feel like I've been walking for 26 miles. Yeah. And I don't know where the journey is. If it's is it a 30-mile journey? Is it a 50-mile journey? Is it a 26.5-mile journey? Yeah. But I feel like I'm walking, and I don't know where am I gonna? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that
100%.
Frustrates me.
Yeah, it's real though.
That real. Frustrates me.
It's like, when will this end? When will to what avail?
I'm just like,
to what avail? It's hard.
Come on, Dad. Hard. You tell me, you tap me to do other things. Do you know what I mean? Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I love speaking about him, and relating to other people who has a similar relationship.
Like that,
and I think I'm gonna try the anger. I'm not very good at expressing anger.
Why?
I don't know.
Was you able to do it when you was younger?
I'm an internalizer with anger.
Okay. Do you have a lot of siblings?
Yes. No, there's 3 of us.
Where do you place?
I'm the youngest.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So if I'm angry, I just won't say anything.
Yeah.
I've learnt now through having counselling and therapy to get, and I'm also obviously words of affirmation. So if someone says words, they can rip me apart with words. Yeah. So I'm very mindful. So with the anger, I think, you know what? I'm not sure how to articulate it properly, and I don't want to say
the wrong thing.
Yeah. So then it goes in
Just
here.
Leave it.
And then it doesn't always come out.
Yeah. Or it does come out at the wrong times. Or it doesn't.
Doesn't really. I'm actually trying to fit. Yeah, it does. And then you're kind of like, then I journal. So then I kind of bring it back to Dad again. Yeah. But sometimes I think I worry too much about the outcome or the consequence. And if I am angry with you and I say whatever, then you don't want to be like, you just don't want to deal with me anymore. Yeah. Maybe that's...
No, that makes sense. But that's not a bad thing. That's wisdom in some cases.
Really? Yeah. I just want to be able to articulate and not keep it there. That's what
needs to be, the ability to articulate it. Because if you try to be angry and you just move out of that anger, then that's where it can get misconstrued.
And I've seen that. I work with a lot of people like that.
It can get really bad doing that. But definitely there needs to be an outlet, even if it's not to the person you're angry at. Yes. There needs to be someone who you can literally just speak to, like, straight, this is my emotions, without having to articulate it, because I think through there you get a proper release.
Yes. Gym helps.
Yeah, I hear it. For me, poetry, that's my...
Yeah. Do you know what's really, really, really fun? I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but I used to write poetry when I was I've actually still got poems. I used to draw. There's all of the things that you're talking about. And I think it's the same. When you compare, because I would compare to like the people that were doing art, and obviously there's this like levels. And then you think, well, actually, what's the point of doing it? Because it's not
can't do it as
that
good as them. Yeah.
And I think a lot of that poetry, I don't know why I stopped. That was a way of expressing my feelings. Definitely.
You should start again.
Yeah, I write though. You know, I write books. So I think
that's your form of writing.
I prefer that.
Okay.
Because I feel like with poetry, there's like a way that you have to.
Not.
I know. Well, that's
the thing. That's one thing that I don't like about poetry. When people try to box
I hear these people that they've got this. I don't know how to explain it.
There's a pattern.
There is, but there's like when what's her name? With her lovely, oh my God, I could listen to her talk
until
all
I die.
The time. Like,
she has the greatest, gosh.
It's sexy.
It's has the greatest voice.
Can she sing as well?
No, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Because I feel like
it would do
I
a
feel
good
like
singing
she's
voice.
got there's a thing,
She
but
has the best voice.
she's just got this, I don't know, maybe I'm doing that same thing.
Yeah.
But I always thought of Tupac, right?
Mhm.
Was one of I really loved him.
Yeah.
But he was a poet
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
You know, he's got this book, Concrete Rose. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the most beautiful poetry in there. And yeah, I don't know why I stopped, to be honest with you, but I like writing. So to me, it doesn't matter in which
What
form. Yeah. I think,
good.
I just like freedom. I don't want to have maybe that's what it is. I felt like it was and back then, which was a long time ago, it was like more rhyming and all of that kind of,
More like slam poetry.
What's it called?
Slam poetry, where it's like, there's a certain level of like, you got to hit this one type when you write it.
Yeah. So I think, poetry's evolved, definitely. I used to go, you literally created something I used to go to a long time ago. And I was saying, this is years ago when I never had children. Me and my husband were just dating, and it was just a creative space. And there was a lady, there's a Escoffrey family. They're a family that sing, and Shauna Escoffrey, Michelle Escoffrey is the one who used to do this night. And she just used to do these underground kind of events. And I don't know if you know this singer, Corinne Bailey Ray. She's like really, probably, I don't know. She did I don't know. She's not really R&B, but anyway, different. But I saw her at this event, and she's a big star now. Okay. But this is like when nobody knew who she was or whatever. She's sang this song called Like a Star. And you know when something, this is, you know how many years ago that is? That is like in my early 20s, and I'm going to be 45 very soon. And I still remember hearing her voice and thinking, oh my goodness. So much so, her name is Corinne Bailey Ray, and my second daughter's name is Ray. And it was one of those things of like, the beauty of her voice. Anyway, I'm glad that you've created a space for young people to express themselves and to be themselves. And I love that God is the center of it. And we just need more of it. Yeah, we do. We need more of it, because I think there's a lot of young people who are looking for something. They don't know what they're looking for. They're searching, and they're searching in the wrong places. And I think keep doing what you're doing is all I'm saying, that young people can find themselves, because you found yourself. Yeah, because what people are looking for is God. They just don't know. Yes. Or they know it and they refuse to accept it. They think that they probably don't know it's God. I don't think they do. Not all of them. Some do. Depending on what background you've come from. Things, maybe because of how you've been. But I think people are searching for something. There's a void that they're trying to fill. With everything but. And that is God, basically. And I think it's not young people. It's just everyone. People, in general. Definitely. Everyone's got that, they call it a God-shaped hole. It's like you gotta once you found him, it's like there's a fulfillment. There is. It's a journey to get there though. 100%. Because honestly, this road, this life can sometimes it is a blessing, and I wouldn't choose any other way. I couldn't run. Whoa! But it is. Listen, definitely. Yeah. Tell me what steps you've taken to walk in your purpose. I think the main steps that I've taken, first and foremost, like overarchingly, is just obedience. Is that at every corner, every turn, I've looked and seeked God for counsel, for advice, for understanding of if I'm going to take this step, whether it be physically going to do the events, whether it be doing to my Bible study and doing the community thing, whether it be even just like trying to make friends at uni, whatever small thing he's told me, it's like, okay, God, if you're going to tell me to do it, I'm going to trust you. If you're going to bring me here, I'm going to trust you. If you're going to do this, I'm going to trust you. And it's not as easy as I'm saying it. Because there's been long talks where I'm like, Lord,
I know you're gonna be with me, but I don't want to do it.
Yes.
I know. Listen, you said you're gonna do it, and you're above and you're before me, and all of them things. But I don't want to go. I don't want to speak to this person. I don't want to. But it's the at the end of the day, let your will be done. It's like let your will be done.
Say that really slowly.
It's like at the end of the day, let God's will be done. Is that what Jesus said in the Garden of Gethsemane? Nevertheless, and I will say that to myself all the time. And the way that that's used in the Bible, even in the context of Paul, when he was saying, nevertheless, it's more beneficial for me to even stay. For other people, there's different things that it's like, well, your will, Lord. There's certain sacrifice you're going to have to make where it's like God's will, but you got to trust and believe that all things work together for the goodness of those who love God. Romans 8:28.
I know that one. Yeah. That's one of my favorite. Yeah,
Romans 8:28. Like,
I was going to say 8:28.
Yeah, you got to just trust in him.
Yeah.
Because he is faithful.
He definitely is. Do you know what? This is my own question because I feel like you're the wise owl today. What about when he isn't talking to you? Because this is the bit that I struggle with. I'm really, should I say, I've been on a journey, and now when he asks me to do things, the obedience is there. When he's quiet, and when he's not really saying much, then what?
I think in those aspects, you have to simply just go to what he's already said, which is his word, which is the Bible. I think in the moments where you're not hearing, you're not seeing signs, you're not hearing God telling you to go, but you just got to go back to the foundations. You got to wake up, let me read my word. You got to, in the day, I'm feeling confusion, Lord, but you're not speaking to me. Let me just read the Bible. Even if you're going to read numbers, or you're going to read lineages, like, you never know
that is hard to get.
No, 100%.
Your head round.
Yeah, it is.
Like literally. What I've realised, I'm quite visual. And I started when in lockdown, I'd say that was the moment that my relationship with God really developed as well, because there was no church. There was no person speaking. It was literally him.
God,
And I started to listen to this church online, but they'd use a lot of visuals. And what they did was use like some famous actors as the characters of the Bible.
Okay.
That changed everything for me.
Is it?
Yep.
It made you see it?
Because I saw it.
Yeah.
So now it's not just feeling like these words that are just kind of like making me fall asleep.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, David looks like that. Okay. Now I'm understanding. Then I'm so that is what has helped me to read the Bible and get it and enjoy it. And I like to know about people's story. Even like when I meet you, I want to know, well, how are you the way you are? Do you know what I mean? I was talking to my husband yesterday, and he was saying something to me about I'm going somewhere, and he's saying, oh, well, what if that other person comes? Oh, she looks a bit annoying. That's what he said. And I was like, no, actually, she doesn't annoy me because I understand her. I know where she's coming from. And since the moment I understood where she's coming from, it changed everything.
Yeah, it does.
So I realised that I have been really interested by people's story. And once I get the story, then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, everything makes sense.
Makes sense.
And I think that's missed a lot in Christianity, especially. Like, obviously it's missed outside the church, but I think in the church, a lot of times there can be a lack of understanding that truth. It's true.
People wear masks.
Yeah,
that's
it's truth. It's like everybody has come from somewhere. Like there was really life before the church, but people want to act like, oh, I'm in church. I'm this. Like there was really life before church.
You're gonna start me.
No, let me do it. But there was, and I think it's very important not to negate. I think it's very, very important not to negate who you was before Christ. Because even right now, I'm reading the book of Acts. I'm studying it, and I think so many times you see Paul perpetuate his testimony like, no, I used to really kill these Christians. I was a Pharisee. I was top of the, all the high priest sent me. I was the guy. But now look what I'm doing in Christ. And I think when people just disregard who they was before, you miss the power of what God allowed you to go through. You miss the power of who he's made you to be now, and the way that somebody being in that situation can see, oh, there's actually a possibility.
But there has to be truth.
There has to be truth.
But Anton, I'll be honest with you. And this is where I think I get a little bit, I keep saying frustrated. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to use that word again, but I get a little bit annoyed
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think, and I'm not saying this is every church, but my experience with Christians
Mm-hmm.
is that they are wearing a mask
Mm-hmm.
and they want to portray
Mm-hmm.
like they're Jesus, but
I would say
they're not truthful they're not like, do you know something?
Yeah.
I think maybe because I came to Christ later.
Okay. What age?
Why? I was 28.
Okay.
Yeah, always knew him.
Yeah.
My grandma,
One of them
all
ones.
of that.
Yeah, makes sense.
But that was the moment. I was heavily pregnant with my second daughter.
Mhm.
I got a long story
Long
and
story.
testimony.
Yeah.
Like the last guest I had here, she is a business. Anyway,
Mhm.
somebody, we've got a mutual friend who watched it and was like, when she watched it, she was like, "Oh, I thought you was married before you had your children." And I was like, I don't ever tell.
Yeah.
If you do the maths, you'll work it out anyway. But I never shy away from that. That
Yeah.
is part of my story. But I feel like a lot of people, and it's funny because I'm drawn to certain types of people in church, and it's usually the ones who've come later to Christ because, and they would talk about their life.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all sinners, you know, and there's a holy, those nice churchy looking ones who are still sinning.
Yeah.
But, you know, oh no, you know, sitting all kind of like, anyway, that's just a bit of my...
It's true, but I think...
Take off the mask, please,
yeah,
people.
It's a necessity.
Please, it's important.
It is. Because you undermine what God has done and can do within your life.
Definitely.
You do.
And I think that can be, especially people new coming to church, find it very hard or feel like they're never going to meet the mark.
Because of that.
When actually, I remember, I think the reason why it probably took me so long, I was in church for a long time, and it was like all of that overthinking, like, oh, I had to be perfect before I come to him. But I've been with somebody for 7 years.
Yeah.
We've lived together. Oh, listen, if you hear all of the things that I was advised and all of the things that, you know, this is my story. This is the way that it panned out.
Yeah.
And what can I say? I don't want anyone to have that level of shame or guilt
they shouldn't.
for going to church when you're pregnant or...
Yeah, they shouldn't.
Do you know what I mean? And I think when your sin is evident, people like to cast more judgment. Do you know what I mean? And that definitely happened to me.
It's
but
like,
I think it's all, I could get very, very animated and emotional about this subject.
Yeah.
But I think we want to make Christ tangible and approachable, achievable, realistic.
Yeah, because he's all those things.
He is.
He is obviously God is this, for lack of a better words, cosmic, divine figure that's like bigger than everything. But he is still like, he is around us. Like he's here, he's everywhere. Like he's really seen and tangible in all these different ways of life. So it's necessary that that's known, that he's not made to be too far out of reach.
And that's for me, the people that are standing in the pulpit need to remember that.
Yeah.
That's what I think, and humble themselves, because I feel like sometimes it's them and not God, you know? Yeah. But enough of my moaning. What advice would you give to someone trying to find their purpose? So I'm picturing that Anton in 2020 with his, how did you describe yourself? Big self.
137
kg. And listen, me and the scales are not good friends, you know, because the scales to me, I'm doing so much work, but what's going on?
Yeah, no, scales can lie to you. Scales can definitely lie to you.
I also feel like black people's, the way we're made up
it's different.
Is very different as well.
The bone density is different.
Right. So anyway, that's not...
There's a whole like physical...
Anyway, you know what I realised? I will allow my clothes to talk to me.
Yeah. It's true, that's what it should be.
What was happening, because I never used to weigh myself. Yeah. We grew up in a household. Mum didn't place
scales and things like that.
She didn't put scales there. So I don't know why. Probably she wasn't bothered about it. Yeah. she's always been someone who cooks and eats well. We always had like a very balanced diet. I haven't had to think about, oh gosh, I eat too. Very, you know, she eats well. We eat well. Never had to worry. I think, when would I say, as you get older, 30, my body's shape was changing. Then I had this baby at 33, didn't bounce back like with the other two. Okay, and then 40, no, lockdown, definitely.
Yeah.
And then, 40. And then now I'm just like, you know what? This is who I am. I love the gym. But I'm not focused so much on, the scales need to be here. Because what was happening, I was keeping this record. Somebody in the gym said, oh, you need to weigh yourself. That's a good measure.
No, it's not. Trust
but then
me,
it became
it
like...
becomes unhealthy. That's what it was for me.
It became unhealthy because I'm here doing this. I'm swimming. I'm doing...
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've swam from January till April. Swimming, length, go... Black woman with natural hair, you know, doing all of that. And then the scale...
it's not reflecting it.
Was going on like I weren't doing nothing. And I said, that's when I said, you know what? I'm not weighing myself anymore. Keep doing the work and then...
You'll see it. What you'll see is you'll see it within your body. And not only what you see, it's what you feel.
Yes.
You feel it. You're like, no, I feel stronger.
It's
I feel like I can do these things.
It's so like, true.
But the scale will lie to you. Because it doesn't like... Unless you've got specific scales, it doesn't equate for like height.
Mass.
Muscle, it doesn't equate for all these things, so it can be very deceiving. Very deceiving.
Or we could just be eating and just saying that the scale is lying to us.
Same thing.
So that Anton, big Anton, who was mental health wasn't great, wasn't feeling confident in himself. I'm just imagining that there's another person that's watching here. What would you say to that person?
That's a good question. What would I say to that person? I would say that there's a possibility. No, let me say it better. That there's hope.
Say that line that you said last time, the hope, because I feel like that's one of your poems. What? Hope. You said it in the beginning.
What did I say?
I'll find it and make sure I make a little clip out of that.
Yeah. But there's hope. There's more than in your life than what you can see right now. You know, we understand from a Christian perspective that God is Alpha and Omega. So if he's still giving you breath in your lungs, there's reason for your life. If he's still giving you breath in your lungs, then there's purpose for your life. And I think it's necessary that even if you don't believe it, I think one thing that, I think my brother said it, I think it's from an anime. He says, believe in the me that believes in you, which I think is like believe in God who believes in you and not only believe in you, but knows you. He knows you as what you already are. Because in his sight, you are that great thing. You are that musician. You are that CEO. You are that boss. You are that manager. Whatever it is that you want to be doing, it's like God sees you as it and knows you as it and is there with you in that state. And I think it's the hold on to the hope. It says in Hebrews 11 that faith is the evidence of things hoped for. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. And it's that through faith you can have hope, and then you see the things in which your mind can't currently see, but your spirit knows is there. And it's trusting and tapping into God and allowing yourself just to meet Jesus. You know what I mean? It's being around community. It's knowing that there's a necessity to see his love and his grace in everything, and that there's more to this life than what you can currently believe. I think that's the biggest thing, that there's more to life. There's still purpose, there's still reason, there's more in essence.
I think I just could just listen to your thing and just fall asleep. Do you know what just came to my mind? The YouTube thing that you did with your friend.
Yeah.
Kems,
yeah. He's great, man.
That was so deep.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a good one as well, man. I love how that came about.
That, I think I watched that maybe a couple of days after your book launch. Mate, I was just like blown away. I'm going to put the link for that as well. I think I saw it on the level of being a parent, but also being
The kid.
that child, and all of the things that are going on. It's just, life is hard to process, man.
It is.
Really hard to
It is.
process. Sometimes it's
The life
like,
thing is like, it's a roller coaster, man.
oh my god, that's my analogy of it, you
It's a
know.
roller coaster.
And I don't like roller coasters. I just have you.
Me neither.
Just,
scary.
you don't like roller coasters.
Mm-mm.
Do you know? Can I just say, I used to like roller coasters when I was young. The last time I actually went to Alton Towers, no, that wasn't the last time, but I went to Alton Towers when I was 18. Yeah, we did a trip, college friends, and we went on this thing called the Oblivion, and it was big. Do you know that? And you know what? I was scared, but you know when you got your friends, it's like they're kind of gassing you and da. Got on this thing, and the ride wasn't. It stuck. And we were just looking down, right, at this thing.
Because it stops, innit?
It stopped.
And then
No, but something...
it stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Oh.
Anyway, so we were there looking at this. Anyway, did it. I remember my friend, he was a guy, 6 foot something, screamed the whole way. I hope he's watching this and he hears and he knows that I'm talking about him. So that was the last time I enjoyed a roller coaster. Fast forward, had 3 children. Then, no, I had 2 children by then. Then one of my best friend's daughters, I said, right, someone gave me tickets for Alton Towers. We made a day, went to Alton Towers, drove 4 hours to Alton Towers. That day was a hot day and the queues were just really, really long. And we got to this, actually it wasn't Alton Towers, I think it was Fort Park. Anyway, whatever it was, we queued up. Almost got sunstroke because it was that hot. Yeah. Got to the front. The man started to put the thing, you know, the machine thing to hot. When I tell you, my heart started beating. And I said, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Who am I trying to prove this to? And I said to the man, can I get off? And I said to her, do you mind if I get off? She's like, no, if you don't want to go. And since then, I've never done a roller coaster. My kids my eldest loves it. Luckily, my husband likes it too. So they two go. And I just, you know what? I'll hold the bags. And the little kids who can't go on the back. I don't like roller coasters. And I think about it. And we're using the analogy of life. And it's pretty much, sometimes I'm just like, God, this
life thing.
This upside down and loop-de-loop. And, I'm not really...
Life thing is crazy.
I'm not really here for it.
Sometimes
Can I get off?
Literally, it's like, Lord, if you wanted to blow the trumpets, I'm live.
I don't want to die.
No, but I want to be with you. I don't want to
get on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
I just want to get on... Or you know the baby roller coaster? The little water boat. That little one. Yeah. I could do that one.
Yeah, I hear it.
But I must say, when you're walking with God, you got your seatbelt on. God is your seatbelt.
Yeah, he's covering you.
Literally.
Yeah.
So if I had to do a roller coaster with or without a seatbelt, I'm definitely going to take the seatbelt.
I want the seatbelt, 100%.
Definitely. I feel like I could just talk to you all day.
Yeah, it's good conversation.
Literally. We've gone on all sorts of tangents today. We have. But I don't know. You know what? The other thing, being in the space with you and your community, there was older people there as well.
Yeah.
Makes me have hope because I work in a different world where it's the criminal justice system and there's bad thing after bad thing and there's young people after young people after young people who are in this cycle of... I don't even think it's definitely not a cycle they necessarily want to be in. Yeah. But once you're in it, it's very difficult to come out. Yeah. But when you are spending so much time around or hearing stories and in that world, coming, because it makes you feel like all young people are doing bad things. Yeah. When I come in that space, I'm reminded now. Yeah. There's a lot of young people who are choosing life, they're choosing love, they're choosing creativity, they're choosing joy, and that just gives me like a different, it's a really beautiful feeling.
Thank you.
And I'm really grateful that I got to be a little person in the room.
No, I'm happy.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to come and be in the room again for Zenith. And I don't think I would ever perform poetry. I don't think that's my bag.
Why not?
Mm,
Never know.
I think it's one of those things that you have to develop.
Okay, I get what you're saying. But I think people put too much of a strain on it.
Maybe.
Just pull out your phone and start reading it like a book.
I don't think that looks great.
It doesn't look great. Me personally,
as a, if I think of it from a performer level.
But sometimes it's not about how it looks.
No, I know.
It's about how it feels.
But for me,
you're like nitpicky.
I just want to be able to, you're like me, you keep hitting the mic because you use your hands. I know that if I was doing, I would need to think, and I feel like that would limit me. Do you know what I mean?
You know what you'll find? Well, I don't know if you find this with your writing, but the poem kind of just becomes like ingrained in your mind.
Yeah.
So it's like you've written it, but it's like because it's a part of you.
Yes.
Literally, it's just like when you're doing it, it's just you all coming out.
Yeah. I think that I think people would say that with writing songs as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if there's I just, I don't know why I thought of this, but you're talking about not using your gifts and your talents. I used to love singing at school. Same thing. All of the things actually that I stopped doing is because of comparison or because I didn't think I was good enough. Anyway, they did this thing at church and they said, oh, we're going to form a choir in the church, whatever. And I was like, thinking, I was like, nah, I ain't going to do that. 3 people came up to me, oh, you're going to join the choir, Jernine? And I was thinking, why these people keep asking me? Did I tell you that I could sing or that I like singing or anything? So in the end, I was making another excuse of why I couldn't. And the rehearsal was every Tuesday and my son plays football in Luton and we swap every week. We swap about who's going to take him. So I was like, I can't possibly, I need to. And then the woman went and got my husband and said, do you mind for the next however many weeks taking him? And he's like, yeah, no problem. So it was the greatest experience. Yeah. One of the greatest experiences I've had as an adult.
That's good.
Because I actually like singing in a choir. I'd prefer that than me just one. Yeah. I don't think that's for me. But I do like the backing singing or I like the community. Yeah, it was good fun. So all of these little things that have been laying dormant. Yeah. It's good. It's good. So for the people out there who have got all of these talents and these gifts that you haven't used for a long time or that you've been hiding or that you just, I don't know. What is it with why we do this?
I don't know. There's so many different reasons. Like for you, you're saying this because, it's a comparison. For others, because they was told, some people was just told you can't do it.
Yes.
Some people was directly told. Some people is just not believing in themselves. Some people it's these different things, but it's all the work of the enemy.
You're very right.
Yeah, he's come to steal, kill, and destroy. That's what it is.
That was in my Bible. Yeah, just like the scripture of the day said the same thing.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That's literally what he's come to do. So that's the fullness of it, in my opinion.
Yeah. And God comes to give
life.
And life abundantly. So listen, I just think this has been like the most amazing conversation. I love to do this because I've had the very difficult week. And just like your book launch, I just feel different. I feel energized. I feel ready. I'm like, I better go and get my book out and start doing some writing. Seriously. Like, it's just, Thank you. You are a blessing.
Thank you.
You are a blessing.
It's very nice being on here. My first
really
podcast.
Good. Really?
Yeah.
You know what? So it seems like, because the lady I had last month said the same thing. And I'm like, this is supposed to be done. Because I don't see why people who chat rubbish should be on lots of podcasts when people with so much wisdom... Yeah. This is your first. I'm hoping this is the first of many.
We pray.
Yes, and that it will be the right platform and that God will continue to be glorified in every single thing that you do. And I just want this to be the first book. Just the first. It's the first of many. Yeah. I want you to exceed your mum's record.
Okay, how much you got? 6? I can be.
Has she got 6?
6 or 7.
Why didn't I think she had 8?
She may have 8. She may have 10. I'm not gonna lie. She's actually written a book in like the last, I think she's written a book every year for the last 3 years.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
It
and it's
is.
like, not to compete with her, obviously,
No,
but I just think
it's inspiration.
it is inspiration. And I think you're on the beginning of your journey, and these books, is your book on Audible?
No.
Okay. Neither is mine. But let's make that something that we need to sort out, please, Anton, because what I know is that we're living in a time where people don't read, but people listen. And I think there's something about hearing your voice anyway, when you read the poems. I think it helped that I'd already heard you when I read it, but I feel like yours needs to be audible so that people can hear your gift and your words really clearly. And so that's a little bit of homework for us both. Mine have, my books are old and I still ain't done it. So yes, wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
And just God bless on this journey.
Thank you.
Take care. I love it. Oh my gosh. Another episode finished. We'll be back next month. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm sure we'll find someone great, like we always do. And just
God bless. Other brothers.
Yeah, well, listen, I have got to. You know what? It's one of those things that there's lots of people, but I let God kind of lead
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Because
because
and people recommend people and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's a great idea. It is timing, and it's also sometimes it's the connection that you feel as well.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%. Especially with Zenith, I've had to. That's what I had to learn. When you don't have that understanding, it's like you feel it. You feel it, and everyone around you will feel it as well.
Yes, and do you know what? To be honest, and I've done a lot of these, I can only really remember twice, and this is live, Instagram live and in the studio, twice coming off, because usually my family come and say, oh, how was it? And I'm all usually, but there was twice that I was like, So that's why I have to really
have to be.
But there are some people, I'm sure it will happen. It always 100%. God always does. I've got 2 more guests for the rest of the year because I do it every month. So I just need to be I'll be praying about it. But God bless, and I'll see you next month. Take care.
Bye.